and welcome to January 11th, 2021. I think. Yeah, it's the 11th. Um, so, a little bit of a early morning for me. I woke up with a little bit of a leg cramp, kind of around 2 o'clock in the morning. It didn't hurt too bad, but I was able to stretch it out and go back to sleep, which was good. Um, don't want to block the camera there. Whoa. Sorry, it's still morning, so I'm still kind of trying to catch my bearings. So already did the flavor pick of the day, and the flavor pick of the day is going to be root beer float. So I'm actually kind of excited to taste that. Root beer is one of my favorite sodas, and I've actually been kind of sad because I haven't had any sodas, any root beer sodas at all, over the past week and a half. Okay, good, that's turning on. But yeah, I'm slowly, I guess, going through sugar withdrawals. So we'll see how I do today. Hopefully it's not too bad. Luckily enough, I do have the ability, if I need to take off for the day. I got enough PTO time to not worry about it, and a company that cares enough about its employees that if they need to take care of themselves, they're allowed to. But yeah, we'll see how today goes. I have the ibuprofen on the ready, just in case I start getting a headache. Ooh, sorry. I'm kind of interested in seeing how well the keto chow works this week. The last time I tried going keto, I didn't make it past a week. That's the thing. I gave in to the cravings, I gave in to the withdrawals, and it felt so much better to do so. I'm not going to lie. I was reading up on symptoms of sugar withdrawal. Headaches, nausea, irritability, muscle aches, fatigue, irritability. I say that twice because the article I read said it twice. But I'm hoping that what's to come is not going to be bad. I'm not gonna lie, I've got a sweet tooth. I love sugar. I love sugary things. So to kind of counterbalance that, I did get a keto approved sweetener, monk fruit sweetener. I actually got monk fruit in the raw. So if you know the in the raw sugars, they're really good. They got like the heavy granules, and yeah, it's the better sugars, and also the better sweeteners, at least in my opinion. I have had this specific monk fruit sweetener before. It's good. It has the sweetness of sugar without it being sugar. So it is 100% keto approved, which is great. So I can actually sweeten my teas or my coffee. Side note, I haven't had any coffee at all for the past week. By choice. Main reason being, I do like sugar in my coffee. So, yeah. So I'm hoping once I get the monk fruit, I'll be set. I'm gonna definitely try it once it gets here. I think, from what I remember, it said it was supposed to be here tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah. So we'll get that here shortly, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Other than that, it's a work day, so I'm not expecting too much out of the day. Gonna get my computer up and ready and get me up and ready for the day. All right, break time. Yeah, I really don't do much for break, except I have lunch. So like I said before, I'm actually looking forward to this. This is root beer float. I was kind of hoping I'd pull this sometime soon. But let's go ahead. Actually, let me give it just a quick. All right, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. I've had fake root beer flavor before. Wasn't this good. Like, this is like, so it's more of a, it's more of a sarsaparilla than a root beer, which I love. It's got a little bit more of like a licorice taste, like in the background, like hints of licorice, which I absolutely adore, and it's tasty. It actually reminds me of a root beer float, like exactly what it's supposed to be. Okay. I will say this, especially because I'm using the heavy cream. It makes it creamier, makes it like literally like a good vanilla ice cream that's melted and melted into your root beer. This is good. This is beyond the expectation I had for the root beer flavor. This is definitely going up to a 9 out of 10. Just because I didn't expect this good of a root beer flavor without actual root beer. I'm gonna see if I can get more of this, more of the root beer packets. But yeah, that's good. That's some good stuff. Anyway, so just kind of looking around. So I just had a couple of interesting things happen. So back in November, I paid off a couple of debts that I had, and these were creditor debts, and they were from years ago that I honestly had completely forgotten about and never really got called about it. And I recently downloaded Credit Karma to just kind of keep track of my credit score, because I know it hasn't been good, but it hasn't been bad. And I recently got a credit builder card through the bank that I currently am at. Not the bank that I work for, or the financial institution that I work for, But the bank that I actually use, they offered a credit builder card, which I took part in, and I just wanted to see, my credit score, see what it would do to help my credit score, and it's been gradually going up ever since I got it. But because of that, I saw that there were two delinquent accounts that were hitting my credit pretty hard. So I paid them both off in November. One got taken off, I'd say honestly, within about 2 weeks, and it shot my credit score up a good 40 points. The other one, after a month, so at this point in December, I called them back to see what was going on, and they just happened to say that they had forgotten to send in the paperwork, but they did at that point, is what they're saying. About a couple of days ago, I actually called them because it still hadn't fallen off my report, just to see what was going on, and they said, well, we sent the paperwork in on the 18th of December, so it should take till the 18th of January for it to fall off. It could be sooner than that, but that's what we're estimating. I told them, okay, fine. If I'll give it till a week after the 18th, because typically that's the Credit Karma, their reports, it updates every 7 days about. So I looked at it today, and credit score shot up again. Got another 40 points onto there. And it's back in a good place. I will say that it's not the best, but it's decent. So with that being said, being that this year is going to be interesting, I'm going to do something for myself that it could be detrimental, but it may not, depending on how I go about it. So I do have a bonus coming in, and it's my bonus from work. It should be coming in the beginning of February. In a couple of days, I do have some stocks that are supposed to vest. So we're going to see how much I get from there. And I actually just read that an article that Biden said now that the Democrats pretty much are leading, control the House and the Senate, he wants to push through he wants to push through a $2,000 check, not $1,400, not the $600 that came in plus $1,400 for $2,000. No, he wants to do another $2,000 check. So if that happens, just from that, I'm gonna have enough to hopefully put a decent down payment on a car. I don't want anything fancy. I just want something literally to get me from point A to point B that's going to last me at least 5 to 10 years. I'm hoping. So I'm going to look around and see what car I want to get. I already have a car in mind. The best car I ever owned was a Chevy Cavalier. It was a 2003 Chevy Cavalier. It lasted me 10 years with very minimal maintenance. And the only reason I had to give it up was because the engine gave out, and I didn't have enough money to fix it at that time. So I want to go back to Chevy. And one of the models that I've been seeing a lot of good things about, a lot of positive things, is kind of what the Cruze kind of, or the Cavalier evolved into, is the Cruze or the Malibu.
Those two cars with Chevy have been really highly rated, at least out here in the Arizona desert. So I'm going to look and see, hopefully, find a decent pre-owned, and we'll see what happens there. I'm not expecting it to be by the end of this month. Maybe looking forward, I personally would love to have my own car by the end of March. That is a goal that I want to set for myself. It's not going to be a strict goal, but it's something that I haven't had in such a long time, and I don't want to rely too much on other people and other rides and Ubers and stuff, which is fine. I'm comfortable enough to use Ubers and Lyfts and all that, but I don't want to have to rely on it, especially if I get into a situation where I need to be somewhere. But like I said, that's kind of a small goal that I want to set for myself, is end of March. By the end of March, hopefully, I'll have my own mode of transportation. How we get there, we'll see within the next coming months. So I'm still learning a lot when it comes to a keto diet. Luckily, internet's been a great resource. One of my favorite things to do is look up fast food keto options. So, like, for example, what could be considered a keto meal at McDonald's or In-N-Out or Chipotle or just various restaurants, KFC, and just to see all the different fast food options gives me a little bit of hope. Just a little bit, but it's still there. Still going strong. Still, I just put in an order for food for dinner. Hopefully that'll get here in a timely manner. But yeah, I'm enjoying looking up different restaurants and what options there are. So, and a lot of the restaurants already have not necessarily a keto menu, but they have keto options that they already let you know, which is great. I just wish there was, and there probably is, I just haven't looked, but an app that lets you know exactly what to order at specific restaurants. Like, you just put what restaurant you're going to, or what restaurant you're wanting to order from or eat at, and it'll just pull up, hey, you have this option, just remove this. This option, just remove this. Or, like In-N-Out Burger, you can get, three patties of meat, 3 slices of cheese, protein style, will get you this many net carbs and all that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure there's an app out there. I haven't found a good one yet, but I'm searching. If any of you know any, if you got a suggestion, drop it down in the comments down below, and I'll definitely look it up. So I did get a comment on my video yesterday about, just being careful about getting the keto flu. And she had suggested taking a couple teaspoonfuls of pickle juice for electrolytes and all that fun stuff. I know that Keto Chow has electrolyte drops that you can put in with your keto drinks. So I'm gonna look in a little bit more into that and see if it's something that that is a viable option for me. Other than that, I mean, today I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling the big sugar withdrawal symptoms. I did get a little bit of a headache earlier today, but it kind of went away just by just relaxing, which was good. I gotta tell you, it's a little bit of a shock to the system, just going boom like that without sugar, and it is, I can't speak from experience when I say it's like a drug withdrawal, but it's like a drug withdrawal. But I'm pressing through it, and I'm glad I have such a great support system, here with my girlfriend. And then, the community online that I've interacted with so far. It's been great just to read people's stories and kind of read what they went through and how they avoided it, or all these different situations where it's great to relate to somebody else, even though they're miles and miles away. I did read one story where, and I think this was actually on the live chat with Keto Chow, one of their live shows today. She did, or they did. I can't remember if it was he or she, but they did Keto Chow for 2 meals in the day, and in 1 week they lost 9 pounds, which is great. I'm probably not gonna do that right away. I'm probably gonna wait to do that until, like, if my weight starts stalling out, then I might do that just to kind of kickstart it, and then maybe drop my calorie intake, my daily calorie intake. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm actually, for the first time, I can honestly say I'm looking forward to this plan. And I'm looking forward to continuing with this plan. Just because it's already shown improvement. So I'm desperately looking, well, I don't want to say desperately looking forward to, but I'm looking forward to where I'll be in at the end of this month, at the end of 2 months, by my birthday, which is in June, by New Year's of next year. And I gotta say, I'm really glad that I also decided to do these vlogs to kind of keep myself accountable as well. And I know that for me, accountability has kind of been a big thing, but it's very difficult for me to have somebody else be my accountability. And I've tried that in the past, and it's and I was even talking to Sunshine about this. It's kind of that old thing where you're doing something to, it stems from this. You're doing something at home, like cleaning your bedroom when you're a teenager, and then your parents tell you to come in and tell you to clean your bedroom. You'll lose the want to do that, the drive to do it anymore, so you just don't do it. That's kind of where I am when it comes to my accountability. I can't have somebody else telling me to do it. I would much rather have myself do it. And that's what this is for. That's what this video series is for. This is what my resolution is for, is to keep myself accountable. But I think I think I'm doing a good job so far. You know, I'm feeling good, and I'm looking forward to what's next. You know, but that being said, I think that's where I'm going to end it here today. Not really doing anything for the rest of the day other than having dinner. But I do want to say, thank you if you made it this far into the video. I know this is kind of a longer video than normal, but I do want to say thank you to everybody who has made it this far and everybody who's joining me on this journey. I just remember, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment down if you have any thoughts, ideas, anything like that. I love being able to communicate with people that I even don't know that are watching this randomly. And then, like I said, subscribe if you got that little bell icon, let you know when I upload. I try uploading literally the same day that I record these, and I'm going to try to continue to do that. If something comes up where I can't, I'll of course let you guys know in advance, or maybe just do a random little silly video. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this journey so far, and I guess I'll see you guys in cyberspace.